With me now is Ray Marr, who is a tour guide here at the Physic Estate and also a member of the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts. Thank you for joining us, Ray.
Thank you, Lenore.
Ray, first of all, for those who are not aware of the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts, tell us a little bit about MAC and what its mission is here in Cape May.
Well, it was formed in the 1960s, and the purpose, of course, was to save the Emlyn Physic House. It had been deserted for 10 years, had been bought by developers who were going to tear it down and put up tract housing. People at Cape May got together, formed this organization. That's 19 of them. It's now grown to over 2,000 dedicated to preserving the Victorian heritage of Cape May. Unfortunately, Cape May does not have any big industries that you can depend on to give grants for saving things. So we have to raise the money ourselves, and the trolley tours, the tours of the house, and the walking tours through the town all help to raise the money to save this house.
Well, throughout the year, Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts has many events that it sponsors. Tell us a little bit about some of the events that go on throughout the year.
Well, there's historic walking tours through the town with a guide to describe the architecture of the town, how it started. There are trolley tours, 30-minute trolley tours take you through the town, again with a guide on the trolley to describe the architecture that you're seeing. And, of course, the tours of the Emlyn Physic House itself. We also have what we call mansions tours every Wednesday, in which we tour the Physic House and 4 of the big mansions in town with the owners taking you through. You have one day a week the interiors tour, and that's a tour of the smaller bed and breakfast with the trolley moving you around from one to the other. Those are the basic.
Ray, Christmas is always a fun time here in Cape May, and it's become very popular. People have come from all over to visit Victoria and Cape May for the holidays. Tell us about some of the tours that take place at Christmas time. There's some new ones this year. 2
new ones this year. One of them is Christmas Mansions Tours. It's held Monday, Tuesday, and Friday through December 21st. Now, that's a tour of the Emlyn Physic House combined with a different one of the big mansions in town every day. Also, combined with it is a 30-minute tour through the town with a guide describing the architecture and the history of the town.
Also new this year is a Physic Family Christmas. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, Physic Family Christmas is a tour through the house. You're met at the doorway by Octier Brown, an actor portraying Octier Brown, Dr. Physic's butler, and he describes the downstairs from the viewpoint of a servant, how the Victorian house ran. He will then take you upstairs and introduce you to an actor portraying Mrs. Ralston, Dr. Physic's mother. She will take you through the upstairs, takes the group through the upstairs, describing the family celebration and how they lived on a day-to-day basis.
One of the old favorites is the 28th Annual Christmas Candlelight Tour. Tell us a little bit about the Candlelight Tour and why that's so special here in Cape May.
Candlelight Tour is something that everybody joins in. It's 10 houses that are open each day, well, 2 different days. Trolley will move you from one to the other, and these houses are all decorated beautifully for Christmas. You can see the Christmas lights and the Christmas trees and the wreaths and everything that opulent as the Victorian lifestyle was.
Now, there's also a Christmas community wassail party. Tell us about that.
Well, that's something that the Mid-Atlantic Center gives back to the community. It's open to all people who are asked to bring a canned good to give to people that are in need, and we enjoy a tour through the house and a wassail party, which is a hot cider, mulled cider, and very, very popular around here.
And there's also the Christmas Lights Trolley Tour. Tell us about that.
Gee, that is something. It's a 30-minute tour through the town on a heated trolley, which we pick out actually it's almost 45 minutes, pick out the best lighting displays, and the inns compete against each other to see who can decorate more beautifully. And one of the very popular events.
Ray, also for people to come and browse, there's also the Emlyn Physic Estate Museum Shop. Tell us a little bit about that and what's inside.
That is about 2 or 3 years old. It has a fantastic collection of antique or reproduction of antique Victorian Christmas decorations, books, just a swell place to browse and look for Christmas gifts, both in the Emlyn Physic House Museum Shop and the one down at the Lighthouse in Cape May Point.
So the Cape May Point Lighthouse Museum is also open and available at this time for tours?
Yes, it is, absolutely.
And that's the project that the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts is concentrating on now, helping with the restoration of the Cape May Point Lighthouse.
That is going to take place this winter. It's closed now for tours through the lighthouse itself while the restoration gets going. It should be open again early May.
Now, if someone would like more information about all the tours that we talked about today, or to find out more about the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts, who can they contact?
Well, call the Mid-Atlantic Center in Cape May, area code 609-884-5404.
What's unique to you about visiting Cape May at the holiday time?
Just the atmosphere, like you're going back in time. The beautifully decorated houses, the happy people, a lot of caroling going through the town. It is just a wonderful time of the year.
Okay, well, thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll take a look inside the Emlyn Physic Estate and see how Christmas used to be some many years ago back in 1879. So please stay with us.